Okay, and I'm actually being informed Arthur's no longer on Western Wolves. I thought he was.
Oh,
So maybe that's why the Twitters are all different and we couldn't find him earlier because things have been changed. So interesting, but okay, guys. Here we are in the grand finals of the ZOTAC North American Cup. It's boiled down to this, a PvP between some of the highest quality non-American players. And it's finally up here in the upper right corner of the map in this first match on Neoplanet S. It's the light blue, the teal, if you will, player no longer at Western Wolves. It's Arthur.
and in the bottom left is opponent from Team My Insanity. It's going to be playing in blue, Stardust.
Now, the one thing I really like about Arthur is very similar to Adele Scott, where he doesn't really care who he's playing. He's going to play really strong and really scary no matter what.
Yeah, the last time I saw him play was against My Insanity in a team league, if I remember correctly, and he all killed My Insanity.
Oh, well, I think I remember that, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But I do know Arthur was... There was a long period of, like, we're almost for a month. Arthur was in, like, most ZOTACs. He was playing in the SEA Masters Cup. He was playing in, like, the SCA tournament. And all around, just kicking ass everywhere left and right. Kind of, like, almost on his road to be Mini Hyun Jr. But,
yeah, I mean,
he
I
kind
think
of...
he's a very impressive player.
He is, but he also kind of disappeared for the last month as well. Like, he had this really sort of huge ramp up and then just dropped off.
Your girlfriend?
Yeah, or I guess apparently leaving Western Wolves, one or the other. I'm going to try asking him in between games, though, see what the story behind that is.
Alright.
Oh, it's apparently just today. I'm being informed at SC2 Arthur is his new Twitter, so we will get all that sorted again. Sorry about that, guys. Did not know.
Okay. So, both players opening similar, and the biggest difference is going to be workers and gas. So let's have a look at that. Very cool trick here by Stardust. 1 in one, 3 in the other, and 3-2 for Arthur. So that's
It's kind of similar when you look at it. I mean,
yeah, it's similar. It's one prop difference, but with 2 in each, it leans a little bit more towards robo play, if that sort of makes sense. Like robo.
Yeah, because the gas requirements are not nearly as intense as Dark Templar or Stargate play.
Yeah, yeah, and 3-2 is leaning more towards like a DTs or Blink. And now, yeah, or even Stargate. Stargate is never a possibility to rule out, although Stargate on this map would seem like a very strange choice, because this map just leans itself more to Blink Stalkers, DTs, or Robo Expanse.
You know, if these were any other players in a PvP, I'd be like, we're not even going to have expands on the field, but I honestly wouldn't be too shocked to see, on Neoplanet S especially, just get to that third base situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love if it did as well, because it means late game Protoss, and I'll tell you, man, Colossus Wars are the most fun things to watch.
Yeah, but there are other ways around just Colossus Wars, like the Void Ray can make a big deal, or even the Tempest, if you get to that stage, but often people still go with the very familiar Colossus versus Colossus, but there are other paths that are underexplored and underutilized, I feel.
Now, Stardust has taken a very peculiar path with his Mothership Core. This is to make sure, like, normally you just send it across the field and come in from the left side, but he's going to check for proxies along the way, and I like that he's doing that.
Oh, and something I totally forgot to rule out, to include, is the 3-gate pressure with Mothership Core, and that's exactly what Arthur is doing. He's doing a very different version of it, but we'll see how that will turn out for him.
You know, Arthur has got some of the just flat-out best Blink microcontrol I've seen in the game. We'll see if that comes into effect here, because we already have an Oracle on the way. And this Oracle is really nice, because this wasn't a proxy, so it's not really dedicated. But if he gets around the Stalkers, if he just holds it home to his 3-gate pressure, he's going to kill a lot in Arthur's mineral line.
Yeah, well...
Alright, Stardust falling back a little bit here. The Phoenix hallucination kind of gives it away, though. Sentry trying to get focused down here, does lose the Sentry. And that really sucks for Arthur. Now he's going to lose the Zealot, too. Oh
yeah,
no,
he's gonna get a pylon on the high ground.
Oh, the Oracle just barely gets out alive, but you're right, the high ground pylon is a big deal. Now we've got 5 Stalkers to deal with. The force field a little bit whiffed, the photon overcharge is thrown down, but Stardust is panicking here. He's got to get something out. He's going to go for a Void Ray, not a bad choice, but it's going to take a long time to complete. The photon overcharge alone will not be enough, and he's pulling probes, actually, to try and deal with this.
That's the correct choice. He needs a couple of probes to soak some damage, but it's not enough.
Well, they're not soaking the damage. Arthur's like, you know what? I know what you're doing, and I'm not going to fall for it. So he's just focusing down the sentries, the stalkers, and Stardust is in a spot of trouble. Now, the Void Ray is about to pop, but 1 Void Ray versus 5 stalkers? Okay, well, admittedly, 4 stalkers, but a new one coming in.
Well,
it's hard to micro it.
Yeah, the Void Ray supporting could do some damage. It could take on 3 stalkers.
Well, here comes that prismatic alignment, already focusing this down. Mothership Core actually has no energy, it's not even that big of a threat anymore. Focusing down the stalkers the way he is. It's going to be close. The Void Ray does go down, but these stalkers are so low, the Zealot's connecting. And both of these players are trading like crazy right now. I just want to be spamming the first blood button.
But it looks like Stardust is stabilizing, and he will hold.
This is crazy that he held this too, because his worker loss was very minimal. 4 probes died in all of that. The Mothership Core, a lot of stalkers went down though for Arthur. But as stated previous, oh no! That Oracle finally comes back into place in the mineral line of his opponent. Only gets a couple of workers, but still evens it out. 4 lost each. But did he scout the Dark Shrine, I'm wondering?
Oh,
it was actually cancelled. Never mind.
Yeah, it was scouted apparently, so it's better to cancel it. And perhaps take a blink instead. Because now another Oracle is being created for Stardust. That's just going to be kept at home for the DTs, but now perhaps you can get a faster expansion up or go with an extra round for extra pressure.
Oh, the Stalker's going to catch a probe here. Nicely done, but Arthur coming around the southern part of the map with some more Stalkers from that one pylon that was never scattered or cleaned up.
Oh, but the Stalkers from Stardust are out of position. He only has 2 at the top, and there's more Stalkers coming in the base now.
A nice force field. A really good force field this time. The last one was quite terrible. Needs to cancel this Nexus. We'll leave it up just to buy a little bit of extra time, but in the end we'll have to cancel it. 2 Stalkers though coming across the field. There's nothing at home to defend. These Stalkers might get some more probe kills, but uh-oh. There's no Mothership Core. There's no Photon Overcharge. It's a lot of Stalkers versus not many Stalkers.
Yeah, and there's no Void Ray to support either. It's just pure Stalkers against probes and stalkers.
Well, the big upside is this time Stardust, he doesn't have to deal with a pylon on the high ground, but he just doesn't have the gateways to deal with this. 2 gateways is not enough.
Arthur still has a stalker on the low grounds he's not utilizing to fight.
Yeah, well, he doesn't really need to when you look at it. I mean, he's gonna get away, but now we have Stardust bringing those 2 stalkers back from across the field. They did manage to kill about 7 probes by the look of it.
Yeah, and an extra warp in at this proxy pylon will come in, and I think will be...
He actually killed almost no probes of those stalkers. This kills are from, I guess, the first battle, but Nice is going to catch these stalkers if he focuses.
I thought it. Stardust was pretty much dead, but this flank turns it around completely.
Yeah, and he's getting a second Mothership Core pick off at this point. I mean, both players have lost very even... Oh no, kind of the irony here.
Steady.
2 more stalkers coming from the north, but there's 2 stalkers from the south. I can't even tell between the blue and the light blue on top of Neoplanet S. Whose is who? We just see light beams going everywhere.
Archer has a slight upper hand though. He has a lead in stalkers.
He's got a big lead in stalkers actually. GG is called. And wow, Stardust held that really effectively, but ouch.
Yeah, relentless aggression from Archer seems to be enough. Oh well. That was actually a nice PvP. Yeah. But actually the push Archer did, you can do it so you actually have 8 stalkers and the Mothership Core at the time he arrived. So it's so it's insta GG basically. Hello Kitty does the build quite often.